Hey, we got my girl Erica Ford in the building today.
Hi.
At this point, Erica, you're like a New York icon. Do people say that? Yes, you are, right?
They say a lot of things. Yes,
You're for sure
do.
a legend and an OG and a good friend and a friend to this city and to so many and now author of the new book, the PeaceDoctors Playbook by Erica Ford.
Author and publisher.
Oh, what do you mean? Tell me.
I put the book out. I don't have no machine behind me putting it out. I put it
you're
out myself.
self-published?
I'm self-published.
Why did I think you were under an imprint?
Because the footprint is so
big that it was giving corporate vibes. What do you mean? So wait, what is that process? How does that work? You just wake up?
It's a lot of work.
It is. Why did you decide to go that route?
Because didn't nobody come and say they want to give me $1 million to put my book out. So I'm not waiting for them.
Yeah.
Damn them. That's right. I'm not waiting, you know, and how the timing was of what was happening in the world, I felt the people needed the PeaceDoctors Playbook. And
okay. What is the PeaceDoctors Playbook? Let's break that down for everybody off top.
So it is a series of plays for 52 weeks, every day, every week of the year, giving you action tools on how you can be intentional about your life. We wake up in the morning sometimes and think that we could just come into Monday and it's going to be Monday. Now you got to plan. You got to be purposeful. You got to yesterday I woke up with Trump saying he's freezing the federal funds. That's me. I have federal funds. So now I had to go in motion to see how I had to maneuver stuff and put different things in place in case we couldn't get our funds, right? And so if I didn't have things already lined up, I would be, asked out. And then of course I just got a text saying that they rescinded the freeze.
They did.
Yes, okay. They just did it. But that's because people went into motion, right? And some people rode the coat waves of the people going into motion. But we got to have a plan for life, like you talking about your.
Yeah, I got all types of injuries.
Right.
I know I got to fix my injury.
And not only fix your injury, who are the people in your circle? You could tap into different people. Like I tapped into you when I was sick. Right? And you helped lift my voice, and then different people came to me.
I love that. By the way, just so it give people understand a little backstory, when Erica was here the last time on the show, that was the last time, right?
I think so. I think there was one in between that, a quick
during election time.
Correct,
I think we spoke also.
Correct.
Okay, but before that, you were not doing well. You had lost all this weight. You didn't know why. You weren't sleeping.
Yes.
It's so scary to me when I think about how many people deal with that. You know something's wrong with you. You go to the doctor. They send you home.
Yes.
And then you sit in your house and what? You just wait for it to be worse. You wait to be sent to the emergency room. You were in this position, and it was that was heartbreaking for me to know that you were dealing with that. And so we talked about it, and you were vulnerable and honest about it. And people saw that.
That's right.
Who saw it? Queen Afua?
Queen Afua saw it. Russell heard about it. Even the folks at Northwell Hospital heard about it. And a lot of people in the airport heard about it. They were questioning me, where am I going? You're supposed to be resting. So you have a lot of followers. But I was able to get the help that I needed.
I love that. Thank God.
And yes.
And what was the help? And did you find out what was wrong?
So yes, I had. So people pay attention.
I mean, tell what you want. You don't have to. Yeah. No,
I ain't holding no cards. I tell it all. Okay. Right. But the reason why I pause is because y'all are gonna say you're gonna throw it back on me because I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't resting. I wasn't listening to my body. I wasn't eating the right food. And so the accumulation of all of that caused my white blood cells, the eosinophils, to have an overdrive. And so most people have 2,000 eosinophils. I had 200,000 eosinophils, white blood cells. The white blood cells attack something when you're not well. Right. And so there was nothing for it to attack. So
your body was in crisis.
And basically. It was attacking me. Right. And so I, as you said, I lost 62 pounds. I looked like a straight, I don't know if I could say crackhead, but in the 80s, crackheads were skinny and malnutrition and they looked like they were dying. That's what I looked like. Yeah. And so now I no longer look like that. I got my weight back. And part of that was steroids that they gave me. So I was scared. Last week, I weaned off the steroids. And so now I'm no steroids and I feel wonderful. and I'm an author, and I'm running these streets.
And a publisher.
And I was, at the Bills game, we were defeated. My heart was broken, but I was able to go and do things that I like.
Thank God.
And
Thank God. What is the number one lesson you learned from that that whole thing?
I can't save the world.
Ooh, that's a tough one. That sounds like might sound like a small thing to somebody else.
Yes.
But to you specifically.
And what that means is I have to take everything in mind. I got to have fun. I'm going to be 60 this year.
Wow.
I'm going to be 60. Yeah, a lot of people I know can't say they're going to be 60. A lot of people I know don't look as beautiful as me,
Skin is not flourishing like yours is flourishing at 60.
At 60, and so I got to enjoy life. I got to focus on life. And so that's why I wrote the playbook, so that I can teach, I can share my wisdom that I've learned over these last 37 years in this work, and just really have fun with it. And that's what I'm here for, to have fun with it.
I can only imagine for you, like these times right now, we'll get back to the book in a second, but like these times where everybody is stressed the hell out, right? For things that you've been dealing with for for decades. You've been fighting, injustices and the system. You've been fighting the system and the BS for decades.
Yes.
The thing is that people are confronted with like some of the worst of the system right now.
Yes.
So they're having a hard time. I know a lot of people that are like depressed.
Yeah.
And they may not be saying those words, but I could tell by every day what they're posting, what they're saying, like it's a negative place. How is this all affecting you? And what is your advice to people who haven't done this for so long?
My advice is stop feeding the negative narratives, right? That is not the totality of your life, right? If you just sit there and feed all of this negative narrative every single day, that's all you're going to have to eat. Right? And so if you just eat negativity, then you're going to be corrupt with a lot of negativity, right? And so you got to put some other stuff in. I know somebody said to me the other day, and they felt guilty of posting something happy, right? They're like, well, we got to have joy.
Yeah.
And that is a fact. We got to have joy. Like it cannot be so, like we were once slaves. Like, let's just go back there, right? We were once slaves. We were the ornaments on the trees.
You took it to the light. To the light.
So, like, if we got
think
through
about
that,
our ancestors,
right? We got through that, and we're here, and so we're going to keep elevating through the BS. But we got to be intentional. We got to be disciplined. We got to be organized, and you have to be there for your family. Right? You can't be so consumed with this ish that you can't be there for their children. You can't check their heart. You can't give them the love and the time that they need because your head is so filled.
Because you're watching the news every day and you're watching and
you think your life is over. And so you're not planning for your life because to you, your life is over. But it's not. Just like yesterday, he said some dumb ish and it got shut down. And every time they rise up, we're going to keep rising, right? We're going to keep elevating. And just get the PeaceDoctors Playbook, join the community.
This will fix your problems.
It will fix your problems. And if not, then I'll get you a good drink and you can just, no, let me stop. I'm only kidding.
But you know what? You have to remind yourself, like, okay, what can I do about this? And you're right, there's always a negative narrative. If I spend the day looking for the negative narrative, I could depress myself.
Exactly.
Because it is out there, but there's also other things out there, and there's other things that require your attention and your, So I get that. I was telling Erica, I woke up this morning because I was in a weird place yesterday. I was feeling like I don't know, and I had this thought. My first thought this morning when I woke up was, can you think of anybody who's not going through something right now? And I started doing like a Rolodex of my people, my friends, my family. And not only are people going through things, but they're going through real things. And it put me in check real quick. You're all right. You're okay. That little thing that you were stressing yesterday, it's still there, but it's fine. Like, tomorrow's coming. It's fine. I don't know. It just put me in check. Like, everybody's going through stuff, but we can always find things to be sad, angry at, worried about. But yeah, like you said, the balance. So the Peace Doctor will help me do that. Yeah.
That's
every
right.
day.
That's
It will wake me up with proper thinking every day.
Every day. Because what you have and what you're in control of is right now. Right now. There's a lot of people that you know and I know didn't make it to the next right now. right? And their family, although they were planning a lot of things, their whole family narrative shift tremendously because someone was taken out of their life, right? And so, is all we have is our breath until we don't have it no more. And my nephew made a wrong decision and was sentenced to 8 years on Monday.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
So, yes, it is tough.
Yeah.
But he's got the Peace Doctor Playbook.
He's taking this with him?
I sent it in there to him. And he found it very helpful, right? Because just like you said, he woke up one morning and was like, like,
I'm okay. Like, yeah.
Like, I can use my energy to build a positive environment while I'm here, right? And so, and although he got sentenced to 8, he'll probably only do 2, and then there's some time served, and he's going to come out and he's going to be next to me every second of the rest of his life. And so,
and he has the rest of his life, which how lucky is he?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. And so one of my other main objectives,
Lord willing, that any of us have the rest of our lives.
One of my main other objectives is to get this playbook into as many prisons as I can.
Oh, love that.
Because I think that those brothers and sisters have a lot of time to sit down and really be intentional and not get tickets, not get into the box, not get into fights, but really control their life and their destination while they're there so that when they come out, that they can make the best of their life, And so one of the plays, it says, hustle in silence. And
what page are you on?
I have no idea because Erica Ford did not put page numbers
in
the book.
Erica.
That's what happens to a first-time publisher.
Oh, my God. Look, you forgot page numbers?
I got weeks, though. I got weeks. It's week 18.
While you're going through your book, make sure if there's an important part, you should fold the little tip so you don't lose it.
So we have new things that we're going to start selling with the books and some little things to put on the side of the pages. Join the community. Scan the QR code. Join the community, and we'll get you all the tools you need to know where you are.
Okay.
And this is my first book, so bring all the feedback that I need.
So you set professional goals for the week, your health goals for the week.
Yes.
So it's like an intention playbook.
Yes.
Right. It's like set your intentions. Financial goals for the week.
So now, like you have your health goal is to get rid of the pain in your back.
I know.
Right. And so you have to do something real. You can't just ignore it.
I know.
Think it's going to go away.
You're right.
You have to do something.
And I wasn't thinking that way.
Right.
I was thinking I got to get on a plane later and I got a podcast to shoot tomorrow. I was like, okay, I got to do this to be able to get my kids to the whatever. Nothing about my actions was saying.
Right. So
what can you do to deal with this back issue you have?
You need to have someone get you one of those back braces.
No, I don't need a back brace.
No, they have ones that you can't see.
No, right? I don't need a back brace. I need to exercise.
Yeah, but I need to get on a plane. So you're not okay. So while you're going to the plane, make sure that you are twisting and lifting.
Erica, what I need is drugs. What I need is drugs before I get on the plane.
Drugs is not going to take the pain away.
I'm just telling you what I need.
It's going to make it.
I'm telling you what I need today.
So
no, the truth is what I need today is drugs. So what I need moving forward is to get my core stronger. Because my core is stronger, I have less problem. Because I have a cage in my back when I had that car accident. So I have this thing in my spine, and so sometimes it acts up, And then if my core is not stronger, it acts up more often. And so I have been a little
coreless.
I've been coreless. I haven't put in the playbook work on core on Wednesday and Friday.
All of the people with the legal cannabis stores in New York City, Angie needs some
ASAP.
CBD oil and some.
Send all the weed over here.
So do a delivery. Make
all
a
the
delivery.
Pills, all the weed.
Make a delivery to her soon. To get on the cannabis tip, because that was the other thing that we talked about. So I was.
That's when you were here last. You got.
I was a poster child, right, for the cannabis license.
They gave you a license, and it was a very big deal.
They gave me a piece of paper that said I could have a license.
Oh, So this was the trick.
The okie doke.
This was the
So
okie
2
doke.
years
And it was a big
later-
deal because you were the only black woman
At the time. Yes.
That has shifted, that has changed.
Oh, it shifted tremendously.
Oh, the whole thing has
There's
shifted.
a whole bunch of people with licenses and stores, and I'm still standing on the sideline like, put me in, coach.
Well, what do you need to get put in? And what
I need
happens?
landlords not to be so racist.
People are afraid to rent to you?
I don't know if it's me because I'm a black woman with, a gray afro, or because...
Can't you send a representative in there?
I tried that once.
How did that go?
It didn't make it to the long
Really?
term.
Is this... No, seriously, though. This is the problem, that landlords won't rent to you?
Landlords come up with different stories each time. And so I definitely have taken it like it's personal. I might be blackballed. I can understand why they would blackball the peace doctor. Because, I used to be the angry peacemaker. And so I might have pissed off a couple of people. So you talk about... And that's another reason why I wrote the PeaceDoctors Playbook.
For yourself.
Right. Because you can't curse out everybody. You can't, treat every situation like it's the end of the world. You have to be intentional about your life. And there's consequences.
Yeah, for sure.
There's consequences. So like your core, you're having a consequence right now.
I'm having a consequence right now.
And me on, opening up this cannabis retail place, I'm having consequences. But there's always the Peace Doctor Playbook to take us into tomorrow.
It will change your life, guys. Just a little intention. That's what it is. It's about deciding that I'm going to have some intention about my life.
Right.
I'm not just going to let it happen to me.
That's right.
Every day.
Yep. If you want to make money, you got to do something that's going to bring in an income to make money, right? You can't spend it all on $900 pants, right? If you're talking about you want to make money, right? You have to be intentional, especially you want your kids to go to a certain college or have a certain career. You got to be intentional of what you're exposing them to and what you're doing in your house. We just saw on the news today that Lay's potato chips can cause death. Like,
what? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Based on what? Just a terrible ingredient that we should have known is in there the whole time?
Yes. Use the Yucca app. I
have to check it out. You how are you dealing with all of what our beautiful...
She can't even say the name.
Just where our country is right now. What's happening, man? I saw you on the I saw you out there in the streets, so we were getting people to vote and trying to rally the troops in Pennsylvania and in North Carolina.
Right.
Yeah, and now here we are.
Yes.
Erica Ford.
So I really believe, as Trump said, that he rigged the election. He said it, not me.
Did he say that? When did he say that? I can't keep up.
During his speech.
Oh, with Elon?
His
Tell me what he said, because I don't remember.
He said that Elon went over there and he did something with the machines and, we rigged it and we won and we here. He said it.
Did he use the word rigged?
Yes.
No.
So when you asked that question about the YouTube thing, that's the last thing that took me.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go through your questionnaire.
Because I couldn't believe that he would say that. But, I mean, it's on there. Now, AI could do anything with anybody. I wasn't at the inauguration, but there's several videos that show him saying that.
He rigged the election.
Yes. And, Elon could send someone to the moon.
Right. It's not within it's not outside of his scope.
No, it's not. It's not. And so, but, it is what it is. It's the land that we live in. It's the world that is here for us today. And we just have to be intentional. Like, we really have to be intentional. There's the whole thing on him taking away DEI. We have to be intentional. Like, where do we want to spend our dollars? How do we want to come together now more than ever as a community and really invest in ourselves and build our own infrastructure of how we can support each other and really elevate our community to another level.
There's a whole list, by the way, of places that have also rolled back their DEI programs ever since he said that. So do a little research, guys.
Yeah, and
it's annoying because like two of those places was like, that's my spot. I'm not gonna say which one, but one of them was like my spot.
Yes.
And now I'm like, it can't be my spot.
I know.
It can't be.
And you might slip one day.
No, I'm gonna.
Not you in particular. I'm saying people in general.
Yeah.
Don't kill yourself for it.
Right.
Right. Don't kill yourself for it. Right. Let's just stand back up. and get back in line and do the right thing. And let's stay focused. It's a long term. It's the marathon that we run in, right? It's not a sprint. And so, get yourself ready for the marathon.
What do you think about how people, well, this is a two-part question, because what do you think about how people have treated like Snoop and Nelly and who else? Ross. And there's a lot of reaction to it. It's very loud. People are putting a lot of energy into it. I'm like, that's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I'm just curious about what you think about that. People who have stood up and supported Trump and stood next to him. Clearly a lot of people have.
Yeah, a lot of people have, and they have their own self-interest as to why they are doing what they're doing. And I think, if I say the wrong thing and if I say the right thing, people will come and cancel the already canceled Erica Ford. And so I just want you to know that in this world, people don't always make the right decision, right? The 90% of my employees are people who killed somebody. And they came back and they turned their lives around and they're making different decisions. I cannot hold, the peace doctor, cannot hold people in their worst time, right? I can keep elevating their mindset to see the world in a different space and to grow through their errors and do something different and something better. But Erica Ford, cannot hold people at their worst time because I don't want to be held at my worst time. I've done things in my 60 years of living, and I'm not 60 yet, but I feel like I'm 60, so I'm going to claim 60, that I don't want people to hold me in. And people do hold me in the, the worst situation.
What's the new favorite thing for people to do is try to find something about anybody. And it's a gotcha world that we're in.
Get a life, and that's why I wrote the PeaceDoctor Playbook, so you can focus on your life
and not focus on the lives of other people.
Right, focus on your life, because if you keep being great and you keep doing all the right things that
that's so true,
so rightfully do,
so true,
right?
It's like, where are you putting your energy?
Right, and then your children will see you as an example of righteousness, right? And your community will see you as an example of righteousness. And so keep standing on your righteousness. And as Jesus Christ said, he who throws the stone to the prostitute in the hole, however that scripture went.
I think you jacked it up. I'm not sure that's exactly how it went.
Let you stand forth, my child, and throw the rock at the Snoop dog. But, like, people F up and people redeem and whatever. So there's a lot of people. This world is full of ebbs and flows.
For sure.
Oh, right. So I am going to be at Barnes & Noble's.
Okay, when?
On Fifth Avenue.
When?
March 26th.
Got it.
And so they're doing, I'll be doing a sign-in, and they're giving me 2 windows. And so that little girl from Southeast Queens, who didn't even think I could write a book. I could barely spell last year, much less write a book. And so all of you who are having trouble with grammar and punctuality, know that you too can write a book. And that is the other reason why I'm saying journal, because your journal turns into your book.
Your book. This is actually your book. It's not Erica's book. This actually would be your book.
Exactly. And we will help you publish it. So scan the QR code, join the community, ericaford.org, Erica Ford. Just Google. You could find all of our social media. We're on all book online platforms. We're going to be at York College on February 2nd, doing a book signing, a book event with the links. And we're going to be going to Las Vegas on the 9th, 10th, 11th, one of those dates. But if you tune into ericaford.org, all the dates and stuff will be on there. There's a lot of stuff coming up.
And your Instagram, I guess you post all this stuff
all
too,
that
right?
stuff on Instagram. Yeah, okay. Shout out to Kari, who's managing the Instagram.
It's not you?
Do you?
Yes. No, nobody posts on my Instagram but me.
If
it's why I don't post that much.
So first of all,
it's why I haven't posted probably in a week or two.
So first of all, when I post, they yell at me. right? Because I just do whatever I want. And so they're like, no, that doesn't fit the description of how you're supposed to post in the time. Why are you posting at 1:30 in the morning? I said, because there's people in another world. It's 1:30 in the afternoon.
Of course, you post when you feel like it.
Exactly.
Don't let them tell you how to. Don't let them.
I post what I feel like.
Yeah, do it. Keep going.
All right. So y'all heard that, world.
Keep going.
Kari, I'm taking back over.
take your Instagram over.
Kari, Rachel's son.
Let's go through your questionnaire before we let you go. In real life questionnaire with Erica Ford. What is the last thing you ate? Pancakes.
Next door.
Next door? Here? Like in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
So you're a pancakes in the afternoon type of lady?
Pancakes all day type of lady.
Okay. What is your go-to karaoke song? Ain't no stopping us now.
Ain't no stopping us now.
That's very triple OG status right there. What's your superpower? PeaceBusters.
You're like the Ghostbusters?
You're the PeaceBusters. Your celebrity crush? Idris Elba. We were somewhere when he was there. I feel like
his wedding.
I was at his wedding. Were you at his wedding? No, you weren't at his wedding.
Oh. But I was at some movie event.
I was at his wedding. It was in Marrakesh. It was beautiful, yes, Erica. No.
I've been in a lot of events with Idris. He's been supporting me forever, and he does.
You said that so salty. His wedding.
I love his wife. No. I love his wife. She's a beautiful, beautiful sister. But he does a similar work with knives in London.
He just did a documentary about it.
Yeah. So.
Your favorite, what is one thing on your bucket list? Oprah Super Soul Sunday. Does she still have Super Soul Sunday?
She will if she doesn't.
If she brings it back for the Peace Doctor.
She has to bring it back for the Peace Doctor. Like, why not?
Let's put it out there. Your pet peeve. Yo, your pet peeve is crazy. Her pet peeve, you know what it is? People talking to me. You can't be a publisher and an author and doing public events and people talking to you is your pet peeve.
Don't stop talking to me, but it's just, I don't know. They're in your face and they're spitting
and there's breath. What is the last thing that sent you down a YouTube rabbit hole? Trump saying that he rigged the election.
Yes.
And what did you find in the rabbit hole?
He rigged the election.
Is it there?
It's there. In many different videos.
Wow. And your favorite emoji, what the hell is this? What is this?
It's a peace sign.
Oh. This is terrible. This is terrible. You're the Peace Doctor. You should do better. That's amazing. What's up, Erica Ford? Get the Peace Doctor Playbook, everybody. And go to Barnes & Noble's in March 26th. March 26th.
EricaFord.org. You'll get all the information. Join the community. Let's stay connected and let's champion through this Trumpish.
This Trump era, yeah. And let's keep the peace.
Let's keep the peace.
There it is. Erica Ford, y'all.